right, welcome back. This is the last and final segment on Social Views. Thank you for listening. You're listening on NBC 1260 AM, 96.1 FM. I'm Christina Wagner. And Bella Vasta, my co-host, my amazing co-host that has brought so much fun energy. Tomorrow, I'm sure I don't have to tell you, tomorrow is Veterans Day. Tomorrow also would be my father's 66th birthday. My father was not a man that served in the military, not that he didn't want to. He definitely wanted to follow in the footsteps of his father and so many other brave men and women that have served in our military. But while they were stationed in Tripoli, he had an accident and ended up with a metal plate in his head, so he wasn't able to serve. But he was that man that always went out of his way to honor our veterans. He would walk up to a veteran in the grocery store and he would buy him a coffee and he would thank him. And he was a war buff. He was a history nut. He was an amazing man, and and I miss him. And I want this last segment to really be about our veterans. And I think it's really interesting and unique that, given how passionate my father was about honoring our veterans, that his birthday was on Veterans Day. I mean, I think
that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, I think that was a really unique thing. And so my way of honoring my father is to kind of bring this in to this veteran segment. I don't know if any of you caught the show today, Voice of the Veterans. I was listening to Voice of the Veterans. Vern Bagley played the story behind the Star-Spangled Banner. I was cleaning my house as I was listening to it, and I can only tell you, I was in tears hearing the story of how that song was written. And I'm going to have Vern share that so that we can get that up online, because it's such an amazing and an inspirational story, and especially right now in a time when our country feels very divided politically. Tomorrow, I really want to encourage you to not have those conversations in social media about how divided we are, but I really want to encourage you to have those conversations about what an amazing country we are and the things that we can do when we come together and remembering and honoring those who have served in the military and who give so much. And I think it's really amazing that there are some businesses that are doing their part to thank veterans. Cobblestone Auto Spa is proud to show their appreciation by providing a free car wash to all veterans and military. That's on Sunday. It's also on Monday. If you go to their website, and you can, cobblestoneautospa.com, you can get all of the details. There's also a link on the Social View page, and it has many, many restaurants. I mean, you can also just Google free veterans food, and there are just tons, but you definitely want to look at all the details. Aside from that, there's also another great way that you can thank veterans. Yesterday I was at an event, and I had the opportunity to talk to someone from DES. And oftentimes we think of DES as the place for unemployment. Well, DES also has a place where veterans go. They have a whole job board. So if you're a company that is looking for staff, contact DES, because they have a way of, if you are looking for veterans, they have a way of connecting you, your company, to veterans. So I just really want to share that with everyone, because I think, we should never be driving down the street and see our veterans standing on the side of the road holding a sign. That should not happen. Their families, which Vern touched on, and I got to say, if you haven't listened to Vern Bagley's show, Voice of the Veterans, it really is a great show. And the whole time I was listening to it, I thought, man, this is a show my dad would have absolutely loved. He would have really dug it. So I don't know. What are your thoughts?
I absolutely agree. It breaks my heart every single time you do see, help a veteran on the side of the road. I don't think that many people stop to actually understand the sacrifice that they've given, and to give back and to do that simple, small gesture that you were talking about with your father. The whole, can I buy you a cup of coffee, or just thank you, or you see someone in the airport and saying thank you to them. They're never going to say, oh, don't talk to me.
Right, exactly.
They're immediately going to feel so happy, and you're also setting a great example for anyone who sees you doing that, especially if they're in uniform.
You know, a really interesting thing happened last night when I walked in the door. My daughter Sky, who's 15 and is so driven and dedicated, she wants to be a psychologist. And I walked in the door and she said, you know, I'm kind of thinking of going in the military and getting my education through the military. And she immediately said, I'd be able to serve my country. I got to tell you, there was such an amazing combination of emotions. I mean, as a mom, that's my baby.
Yeah.
As a patriot, the fact that my daughter at 15 was thinking about that, I thought, wow, that's something else. I don't know how I feel about that one yet.
It's a lot to process.
It really is. It really is. But I just want to say, tomorrow, Monday, take time to think of it. Take time to. There's some great local vet ticks.
You can look up on Facebook. Our great friend Cheryl is a huge part of them. They do lots of different awesome things for the community and for the veterans to raise money for different events and things. So definitely check out Vet Ticks.
The website, if you are a company that is looking to hire vets, the website is azdes.gov. That's azdes.gov. There is also something that I want to let everyone know. Next Saturday, from 9 o'clock to 11 o'clock, there's a social media workshop. If you would like to come to that, go to our page, Social Views, and you can sign up for that. I'm actually not going to be here next Saturday. I am going to be headed down to Tucson for the Arizona Landscape Contractors Association. And
so I will be here next weekend for you from 5 to 6 talking pets. The show is going to go to the dogs. We're going to have Foothills Animal Rescue in here, Dr. Josh Osno from North Scottsdale Animal Hospital, and Infusionsoft, all talking about how social media helps businesses. So if you are a pet lover, it's definitely going to be fun next week.
So I'm Christina Wagner. This is Social Views. You've been listening on NBC 1260, 96.1 FM. Maybe you've been listening online. Go to the page. You can get all the links at Christina D. Wagner. You can also Facebook us. You can tweet us. You can just connect with us. We want to hear from you. We want to know what you thought about the show. And till next time, you are amazing. So be that. We'll see you next time. Bye.
NBC 1260 is KBSZ, Apache Junction. Also operates on translator K241BQ at 96.1 FM.